Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the press conference after a fantastic event. Next to me is Agi, Rušel, Cartwright, Hron, Staines, Korkmaz and Stanovský. It's time for your questions.
Zdravím, Marian Čustr, Deník Sport. Otázka nejdřív na Tomáše.
First question for Tomáš Hron.
Mohl byste trochu teď zpětně popsat, jak na vás dolevily?
Could you describe the emotions after your walk-on and also your triumph after the KO? Well, I'm still feeling it now. I still haven't absorbed all the emotions. When I arrived at the arena, I had goosebumps, and I had to push that aside to stay concentrated. I needed to be focused for the fight. And I also had Lou Fananek singing my favorite song. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure it will be very, very difficult to stop your career at this point. And will there be another fight? Well, for now, it's the last tango, the last dance, but I don't know what's next. Right now, my career is finished, but we will see what comes next. So you've had 101 wins. How do you rate this win? Well, very, very high. It's the number 101. Winning 101 in full contact sports, not a lot of people have that, and I'm really thankful for it. And especially not wins like this here in a sold-out arena. It was fantastic. Congratulations. Thank you.
For Agi Sardari. Congratulations for your win. You've been champ in Cage Warriors. How fast would you like to go through the division up to the title shot?
Put it on already. Oh, like this. Yeah, perfect. I saw that I was ranked number 8 or 9, and I beat one of the top 5 guys. I think if I beat one more, then I can challenge the title holder. So I hope, like within 6 or 7 months, that will be my plan to go for the belt. I'm definitely a top 5 guy, as you can see, and I hope within a year I can be the champ.
You had quite a hard time on the end of the second round.
Yeah, definitely.
Was it the hardest moment of your career?
Yeah, I think it was, because he has never been finished, never been knocked out. I've never been knocked out, and this was the first time the lights went out. So he did a great job.
Were you completely out, or what was the conversation with your coaches during the pause between second and third?
I was a little bit wobbly, and between the rounds, I definitely needed like 20 or 30 seconds to get back to my normal state. But yeah, I wasn't 100% there, no.
Any name on your mind?
Any name on my mind? No, any top 5 guy doesn't matter for me. Yeah, like the future, I think Ronnie is the champ now. He will fight the finals, and after December we will see.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Zdravím, Kamo Schreiber, Max MMA. Začal by som u Jacka Cartwrighta.
I'd like to start with Jack Cartwright. This was a very important win against a former OKTAGON champ. What does this win mean for you?
Yeah, it was a good win. Good to get back in the win column. And I enjoyed coming over here and fighting in front of like a big crowd like that. It was very enjoyable for me. Sanakidze was an awkward guy, big, tall, lanky bantamweight. Made some mistakes in there, made life a bit hard for myself here and there. Could have been cleaner. But yeah, overall, I'm happy that I'm not happy, but I lost the first round and came back and won the second and third. So it shows some like perseverance there instead of just being like a bully and winning all the rounds. It's like shows like I can turn it around there in the fight and stick to the basics and get the win. So yeah, I'm happy with the win.
Po tvojom zápase prišiel do kletky aj Jonas Magard, s ktorým si už zápasil.
Then you had Magard come into the cage, but this time the face-off wasn't as intense. There will be a rematch. Will there be more trash talks like there were last time?
Yeah, man, I'm always open to fighting Jonas. Yeah, with different types of people. He irritates me. I'll probably irritate him. But yeah, we're just different type of guys, and I was in a good mood today, so I just give him a little bit on the mic. He never comes across so well when we do a verbal altercation, but yeah, I'll fight Jonas anytime, and I'm sure if that's the next fight that I'm doing and we sign it, I'm sure I'll give him a load of shit, and this time I'll keep it on the feet, I'll sprawl his takedowns off, I won't be so over aggressive, and I'll fucking take his head clean off if I fight Jonas Magard.
S Jonasom to bol náročný prvý zápas pre teba.
It was a very tough match for you with the first match with Jonas. So what could you do to win this time and to really show a good performance?
Yeah, like I was saying then, I think I kind of gave him that first fight. He caught me early in the fight, kind of. I said it in the press conference after I lost, man. It was like an ego sort of thing. He hit me, and I thought, oh yeah, like fucking, I want to get you back now. Do you know what I mean? And then I started swinging big shots, and he did an excellent game plan, yeah, with his coaches. So when I was throwing big left hooks, he got his head on a good side, and he was doing a little awkward takedown, heads on this side, and he was taking me down this side. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. I'm sure the fighters will understand. If your head's on this side, people normally drive that way. And he was kind of doing like an awkward takedown and then like holding onto my hips and happy in that top position. And believe you me, I won't be making the same mistakes if I fight him again. I'll be staying at range, making him cross that distance. And when he crosses it, I'll meet him with something that he will not like. So we'll see about that when we get in the cage together.
Ďakujem. Pokračoval by som u Ruchyho. Ruchy, tak...
Next question for Ruchy.
Svetná trojica, teda ty, Vlado Lengal a Kalashnik.
So the Brno 3, you, Lengal and Kalashnik, are you thinking about doing something together? Hello and welcome. I'm very happy that the people from Brno won. For the 5 of us prevailed, and we will meet and descend on the city. Is it going to be a long night? Well, I'm really tired. I'll just say hi to everyone and I'm going back to bed. Next question is for Honza. You really fared really well at this tournament. It was your debut in OKTAGON. So how did you enjoy this? It was amazing. I could feel the support of the fans here. I couldn't imagine a better place to start in OKTAGON than here in Brno. It was amazing. The emotions are not going to leave me very easily. Have you started thinking about what's next for you? Not yet. I'm enjoying the feelings right now. I want to meet the people that came here to see me. And that's what I'm thinking about right now. What's next? I'll think about that later. Thanks. And the next question is for Attila. We already said that perhaps in the second round, if you had 5 more seconds, the result could be slightly different. So what do you think about this, being so close to a win, and in the end it was a loss?
I mean, what can I think about that? I honestly thought for a second that I just finished the match, and then, obviously the referee, he continued the fight. And then I just went on with that. Was a bit surprised about the result overall, but there's nothing much I can do. Just look forward and move on.
Ďakujem. A odo mňa posledná otázka na Georgia Steinsa.
Last question, and this one is for George Staines. Since you arrived in OKTAGON, you won the challenge, and now you're 3-0 after winning in this match and after winning against Tichota. So you're great on the ground. So what are your goals and where are you going next?
My goals obviously are to become the champion eventually. As in where for next steps, wherever OKTAGON give me, but I'm just gonna take my time. Like I said when I first joined OKTAGON, I'm not in any rush. I only just turned 24 yesterday. So I've got a lot of time to build myself up. I'm getting better every fight, and that's clear in my performances every time. So I think just take it here. I ain't even thought about an opponent yet, but see who comes, see what OKTAGON give me, and then we'll work from there. I'm just going to keep getting better. So it's going to be harder to get me matches eventually. So thank you.
Julian, MMA ohne Maske. Jake, Mate said on a statement on Instagram after the fight, OKTAGON need new judges. What do you think about this statement?
The idea of a fight is to try and finish the fight. I think if anybody in here watched that fight, there was 2 moments on the ground that was looking to finish that fight, and they was locked in deep rear naked chokes towards the end of the rounds. Never mind on the feet. I outlanded him with in every single round on the feet. Landed the cleaner punches. He had a little bit of top position, did absolutely zero with it. He went for a submission attempt that was really not close. He won the first round because I accepted some bottom positions here and there and made some mistakes. And then the second round, I very, very, very much nearly submitted him there and was piecing him up on the feet. Third round, it was even more one-sided on the feet, and then I got a really deep rear naked choke again at the end of the fight. We're fighters. We come here to finish fights. We look to finish fights, and there was me in there who was getting real close to that. So I think it was a clear 2 rounds to 1. He won the first round. I'll give him that. I won the second and the third. That's 2 versus 1. I win. Sorry, mate. Matty.
Thanks. Attila, I said in German. So, hast du nach dem Kampf gedacht, dass du den Kampf gewonnen hast? Weil ich glaube, du hast deine Hände hochgestreckt.
Did you think that you won after the fight?
Du hast den Kampf vielleicht ein bisschen schon angeguckt.
Did you think it was a fight you won? And what was missing in order for you to turn the fight around and win on decision?
English, German. In English, okay. I don't know what else I should do. Like, the judges, do they expect me to kill the guy, rip his legs off, throw fireballs? I'm really not sure. But, I mean, this fight I went for the finish, and yeah, it was a little bit bad timing. But I'm just here to put on a great show, put on great performances, to apply highlight reel moves, right? And in my opinion, nobody can stop me except Octagon's judges. But yeah, we'll see from that. Like, I will sit back and rewatch the fight and analyze it. There's always like lots of ifs and buts, and there is also a lot of stuff in the background going on that not many people say, but it all doesn't matter. Like, what matters is what's in here. And I think we just have to get back to the drawing board, you know, improve all the attributes, and then steal the next show.
Thanks.
First question for me, for George. Last night I actually bumped into your dad. He was watching Hull City, so he was in massive spirits. But it seems like you brought an army over from Hull to the arena in Brno tonight. So what's it like to have that support? Did you hear them?
I didn't hear him that much. I was just kind of like focused in on the whole like thing. But I heard him at the weigh-in, the public weigh-in yesterday. Obviously, it was hard not to. But yeah, it was great to have him over. You know, the support that I've got from Hull is phenomenal. It's like not known for much. Like, it's a pretty small city. So it's the fact I can do something and like bring a bit of like shine on the city it's great for me to be able to do. So I'm very happy about that.
Absolutely. And we know that it was your birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
Obviously, you weren't able to celebrate and have any cake. What are your plans to celebrate? And I'm assuming you've got a Lego set in mind you're going to get.
I've got one in mind, yeah. It's the Batmobile. They just released the, like, do you know the Adam West Batman, classic Batman? Yeah, they've just released the regional Batmobile from that, so I've got my eyes on that. I'm hoping I've got a lot of other birthday presents like Lego, so I'll see what else I've got, but I'll just celebrate. I'll just buy it myself, do you know what I mean? I don't really care.
And obviously, you're improving at a pretty rapid rate. You've been in Next Gen, you've been around Paddy Pimblett, Shamrock, Molly McCann. Did they have any advice for you going into this fight?
Yeah, well, I do a lot of rounds with Paddy and Shem anyway, do you know what I mean? So, again, they help me, do you know, just little bits, like, just bits of information, like, you know, like, oh, you could this and better do this or variation, like, they all help me, do you know what I mean? Like, even, like, again, you had 2 other teammates, Cullen and Adam Cullen and Nathan Fletcher come with me, do you know? Again, I do a lot of rounds with them too as well. It's like the whole team, do you know, we all bring each other on, and that's what you really want in a team. I mean, you make each other better.
And this was only your 3rd professional fight. It was a massive win against somebody who's fought for an interim world championship. Obviously, you're getting better and better, and you're saying that you're not necessarily rushing, but is there a time span in mind within 4, 5, 6 fights where you think you could fight for a title?
Oh, yeah, I reckon, like, I want another, like, maybe 3 fights until I start thinking for, like, a good title fight, do you know what I mean? What would it be, 6-0 then? Do you know, it's a respectable thing, because you kind of sort of, like, obviously I don't want to, like kick him while he's down. But like what happened to Shikoda, he got to 5-0, fought Sanadiske, fought Kate, and he kind of like he's on a 3-fight skid now. It's kind of not done him any favours for going for that title early. So you got to learn by the mistakes of others, aren't you? So obviously I'm a better fighter. I've just proven that then. But still got to take your time, aren't you? Like as of right now, I don't deserve to be in the top 15. In my opinion, I still need to prove myself. So again, just keep proving myself every time. Like you say, I'm getting better every fight.
And one more for me from Jack. Obviously, it's been mentioned already that you and Jonas had a really frosty relationship. Now you get on a little bit better, it seems. But I wanted to know, since the last fight, how much have you spoken? And I think in the cage he might have mentioned that he'd seen you during fight. We can potentially said something to you.
Yeah, we've not spoken loads to be fair, but yeah, I seen him. We bumped into each other yesterday, and it's just a pleasantry, isn't it? Like I'm not here to start a fight with somebody who I ain't fighting. But if that fight does get put to me, then that frosty relationship will be resumed. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not one of these guys that's going to be here to fight somebody and starting a fight with somebody else. I had business to take care of, took care of it. And if Jonas is next, then Jonas is next. Fuck him. He's in my sights if he's the next one.
Jack, sorry, just one for me. A couple actually. Have you got a date in mind for when you want that fight with Jonas? Has there been anything mentioned? I know you said the contract might be signed, or is it close? Have you got a date in mind?
No, I've not had anything said to me about anything at all. I didn't even know the guy was going to be here, do you know what I mean? You know what you guys are like, man. I finish a fight and I see him out there in his daft fucking shirt, man, waiting to jump in the cage, man. And then he jumps in, and they're trying to like do it like that. But I love everyone here, so it's all good. There's no hard feelings. But nah, I'd like if I'm fighting before Christmas, get me on. If I'm fighting soon, get me on before Christmas, man, so I can enjoy my Christmas, man, and have a good drink and a good bit of food over Christmas and the New Year with my family. And yeah, that's what I'd ask for. Yeah, get me in there, and I'll take care of business, whether it's Jonas or. There's a few guys, man, who I see who are in this division, isn't there? They signed a couple of guys, and I'll have any of them. I'm not really too picky. You offered me Rakic, you offered me Jonas, you offered me Sanakidze. I said yes to fucking everyone. Do you know what I mean? See guys out here getting fucking, no disrespect, but I see guys out here getting like unranked guys, 15, 14. You give me like number 1, number 2, number 3, former featherweight, this guy. So I don't give a fuck, man. Give me who you're giving me, and let's have a fight. I'm happy with that.
And just one final one. Do you know if the belt will be on the line at all? Because I know that's something you've both wanted. You've both been scheduled to, you've talked about it. Has that been mentioned at all?
I don't follow MMA, if I'm being honest. I thought that, he kept saying, I am the title, fucking Jonas. He kept saying that when I was going to fight him last time. I actually literally thought when Lima vacated, he fought for the title, and I thought he fucking was. But if he ain't, then he ain't. Do you know what I mean? Give it me. Do you know what I mean? Let me have a scrap with someone for it. So there's your answer, I guess. Like I've said it before, I'll fight anybody in the organisation. I'm not really arsed. It's just a piece of fucking gold, innit? Do you know what I mean? A piece of metal. I'd love to have it. I'd happily have it if you put it on the line for the next fight. Oh yeah, thank you. Sign it. Give me a bit more money, and I'll have it. But it's just I'd like to beat up Jonas. I'd like to beat up a couple of the guys in this division. There's a few, like I said, that have been signed. I'll have anyone. I'm not really arsed. I'm a fighter. We're all fighters, and that's what we come to do.
Just a question for George. Congratulations. I think one thing that a lot of fans like about you, definitely personality, but how do you sort of stay level-headed and given you've had such a quick and successful rise?
I don't really know. And I kind of just like who I am. Like I've always like had big goals, and like I kind of like in the grand scheme of things, it's like it's tiny, innit? Like again. I'll probably only really be happy when I've completed all my goals. Like I want to be the world champion, I want to be the best, and when I've achieved that, I will be happy. But like, it's just you've always got to work, aren't you? Because you're always chasing someone, or someone's always trying to chase you. So it's kind of like I'm already like kind of half wanting to train next week, like get back to it. Because that's like just always how I've been. I've always fought and then just train the week after. Like it's kind of just how I am. So. I think that's just how it is, I've always wanted to get better, and there's always like ways you can improve on fights, you know what I mean? Like I probably maybe could have got a finish if I'd have done, zigged instead of zagged. It's one of those, but I think that's it.
I think you touched on it after the fight being at Next Gen, but again, how how much of a difference do you think it's making to your performance, and are you really feeling the sort of the improvements with every fight?
It's massively like I can feel it in the gym, and like I'm starting to show it on fight night. Like I said it when I fought Thomas, I was going to show it, and I didn't really get to, but I was like rushing a lot of things. I was like in my head, I was rushing. I wanted the finish. Like whereas today, I was just like, if the finish comes, it because I know Jacob's tough. Like only been finished once back here, and it took him like 4 rounds, and he had a broken collarbone, like didn't he? So I know he was tough. So I was like, it might come, it might present itself, but like he just weathered the storm, didn't he? But like you see from my fight with Thomas, from this fight, you see the complete level difference, like the domination on the floor. He didn't get up once. Even the striking improvements, like I've never really striked in any of my fights, and you can see the huge improvements there. I was winning all the striking exchanges, caught a real nice teep in that 3rd round, which put him on his arse, you know, was lovely. So again, just being at Next Gen's just made me so much better, and it was the best thing I could have done, like in terms of my career.
And just finally, are there any names you fancy coming up?
No.
Anyone?
Honestly, I'll just fight anyone. Like, I'm at that point in my career where I'm like, I can't really call anyone out. Do you know what I mean? Like I said before, I don't really deserve to be in that top 15, 3-0. Like, you don't deserve to be there. But like, I'm not saying it's not going to happen soon. But just give me anyone. Like, I want to just keep proving myself and proving that I am the best, because I know I am.
Okay, děkujeme za vaše dotazy, za malou
Thank you for all your questions, and in a little bit we'll be back with the second part of the press conference, and we'll have fighters from the Game Changer and others.
Octagon MMA is heading into a new era, a star-studded tournament that will definitely enter the history books. Ekelin, Jungwirth, Kinsel, Koga, Engizek, be there. Octagon 62, 12th of October in Frankfurt, or live on octagon.tv.
German boss.
Welcome everyone on the press conference after OKTAGON 61 in Brno. We saw just amazing tournament rated by many as the best card in Europe this year, and I think all guys delivered. We don't used to that much saying thank you between us, me and Andre, but I have to say thank you, Andre, for a great matchmaking. This was really something, and it really works perfectly. Luckily, there are no injuries. So even if the tournament was tough, this went well. And also it's a good news that the new markets we reached with this tournament more. One is the Spain, where we have been on the zone massively, and also in Norway, Norwegian TV bought also this tournament. So that's a great news for the fans. And in the Neruda Cup, it's a good news for the Fit For You team. They got 10 points for 2 KOs, and they are on second place after Tip Sport. So congratulations also for them.
Yeah, also congrats to all. And Tip Sport performance of the night is going to Ronnie Paradiser.
Oh!
5,000 euro.
Mám najviac, ne? Mám zo všetkých najviac.
Yes.
Yes.
The richest man in the building. So we know who's paying for after party. First question.
First question for Andre and Pavel. First, what's it like to have Mahmoud Muradov back in Octagon?
Yeah, definitely. We are more than happy that Mach is back, and what a crazy performance he did. Like, he will tell you more about his problems before the fight, but still, like, to keep Scott Esghem like 10 minutes on the ground and never be in the danger against a guy like this, it's almost unbelievable. So we are more than happy to have Mark back, and our middleweight is crazy now.
Yeah, most certainly. There was an amazing fight on the card. Corey Fry and Langer put on an absolute war. Corey was brilliant for so much of that fight. Is there a chance we could give him a rematch?
They have to ask, not you. But I believe that they deserve like some other matches. But we can do it if they really want to. But Corey was unbelievable, and we really like him, so we want to keep him busy and in Octagon. So I believe next fight he will win again.
Fantastic. Lozin, it felt like tonight was the fight for you. Legersky was the person who so many people said was going to give you troubles, was really going to be the test, but you came through that test with flying colours. So how are you feeling right now?
I feel great. I don't have an injury. I outwork him. Smart. No injury. I have 3 months to go to the final. So perfect.
I mean, you and Ronald, you aren't shy of trash talking each other. What type of build-up are we expecting from you two now?
Me and who?
You and Ronald Paradiser.
It's easy. Beat him again. What do you want? Beat him again. And you know I'm going to beat him.
Ronald, I assume you don't think that's going to happen. How are you going to go about beating Luzinkaita this time around?
How?
Budem to mixovať, budem ho hádzať, budem ho biť.
I'll switch it up. I'll just beat into him. I'll do my job. I don't think he's seen an opponent like me. I've moved a long way since the last time we fought each other, so it's going to be a real trial for him. I'll do everything in my power.
I fought him already. I really see an opponent like him. I was there with him 25 minutes, so actually I know him, and trust me, since our last fight, I've been stalking this guy. So he know himself. I think I know him better than him. So he beat Duque, everything, but I'm not pro. I only need 30 seconds to see Paradiser, and I know how I can beat him. So I will make. Trust me, I will beat him.
Takže ty hovoríš, že za 30 sekúnd ma porazíš.
30 seconds, eh?
No, I only need 30 seconds to see you fight, and I know how I will beat you. You understand?
Ja, understand.
Dobre.
Som zvedavý.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
There's a question for Duque. Congratulations for being here. The first question is, what's going through your mind right now? What are you thinking about right now?
trabajado que ellos en el torneo, pero la verdad que un mal sabor de boca lo de esta noche, porque estaba preparado para brindar una buena pelea a todos los aficionados, a todos los españoles. Y nada, esto es así, lo que hay y seguimos para adelante. Gracias.
Tak samozřejmě jsem moc spokojený, že jsem se dostal.
Of course, I'm absolutely happy about being at this fantastic tournament. Unfortunately, it was quite bitter after what happened tonight. Of course, I wanted to get the win for all my fans and for Spanish MMA in general. Unfortunately, the outcome was the way it was, but that's how it is. There's nothing I can do about that, and we keep going forward.
¿Cuáles son tus planes con OKTAGON de cara a la siguiente temporada, 2025?
Další tedy dotaz pro Akoidana. Vím, že v tato chvíli je pro tebe
I know that this moment right now is very difficult for you. However, I want to know what your plans are in the future in OKTAGON. Are you working on a contract for the next season, for 2025?
Pues la verdad que no estoy pensando ahora mismo en eso, la verdad que no tengo nada hablado con ellos, pero estoy preparado para si hace falta que venga a pelear otra vez aquí a esta compañía, pues vendré con los brazos abiertos.
Enhorabuena por tu esfuerzo.
Gracias.
To be honest, we haven't really talked about this together, but of course, if I get the opportunity to come here and fight again in this organization, I will definitely come, and I will be very happy to be here.
One question, please, for Paola and Andrei. What are your plans for OKTAGON in Spain for 2025?
We want to be active there with the media approach, talking with fans, make it easy to watch and be connected with us and more. Thanks to you guys as well, journalists and people who are here from Spain. And we want to develop our activities there in 2025, definitely. We see it as a great market. People love MMA, it's growing. And we believe that we as the biggest promotion right now in Europe, especially with the Tipsport Game Changer and other big fights and championship fights, we have a lot to offer for Spanish fans who are hungry to watch MMA. So that's what we can say now.
Thank you.
A question for the promoters. How do you rate the comebacks of the UFC fighters back to OKTAGON? How would you rate their debuts back in OKTAGON?
Yeah, they are OKTAGON fighters now. Again, and we are more than happy. And I believe, actually, I was voting. Sorry, Ronnie, I was voting for Lucia. And if I can give the both girls the Tipsport performance of the night, I would go with them, because it was one of the most craziest fight ever I seen. And I'm more than happy that we saw Lucia fight like we know her, until the last breath. So unbelievable performance, Lucia. Thank you that you are back, and I believe that in the end of the year with Lucia Sabova will be crazy again. And I'm looking for a new bantamweight champion. And Mach, like I said before, he's a world-class fighter. His last 8 fights was again top 80 ranking fighters in the world. So he showed us again that he's one of the best on the world.
Will you try to tell him to go to the Tipsport Game Changer, or what are your plans with him?
Yeah, I can say loudly, but he will be there.
Rovnou řeknu, že Game Changer nepůjdu. Ale já nejsem blázen, každé 2 měsíce ty připravovat.
Let me just say, I'm not going to Game Changer. I'm not cutting weight every 2 months. I understand the young guys can do it, but I couldn't do it. I need to pay attention to my family, my kid, but I can fight every 2 or 3 months. Everything can change, but 99%, I'm saying no right now. So there is a chance, you're saying.
One more question for you promoters. How would you rate this, how you told it, Grand Slam? Were delivered?
Yeah, I believe it. I don't want to rank our tournaments, but I believe that this year in Europe, by European promotion, it was by far the best tournament so far, and I don't see anybody else who can beat it. But it doesn't matter. These fighters are just crazy. Our fans are unbelievable. Brno was completely sold out. Like we are trying putting still more and more tickets what we can gain from this arena, but it was stuck. And yeah, it was like the Grand Slam tournament for me.
One more. Do you know already the pay-per-view numbers of this tournament?
No, I'm not aware. Maybe Paulo knows something, but I don't care about this stuff when it's tournament. Because then it's fucked up my head. If the number is not right, then I'm thinking about it where we do the mistake. So I don't know.
Does it belong to the best sellings or?
It belongs to the one of the best, yes. But I will not share total numbers if Andre don't know.
Okay, thank you. Question for Mach. Did you notice during the fight in the whistling and the booing, and did it made it harder to keep up the technique?
Já nevnímám nic než svý trenéry, prostě dělám svou práci, tady mají...
Well, I'm only listening to my trainers, my coaches. Andrew just says, hey, you have a fight next week and it's no worries. Last time he offered me a name, I said, well, I don't care. Whoever you tell me, I'm gonna fight them. Yes, I had some injuries, but that's my thing, my problem. The main thing for me is the win. I won. I fought a guy who's really strong. And the fact that they're booing me, it is what it is. I won the fight. I took all the 3 rounds. I'm not injured, so we'll keep going.
How long will it take until you are healed up?
Asi jak Ondra, když nepoletí do Miami nikam, tak dáme s ním v pondělí kávu.
Well, I'll talk to Ondra if he doesn't fly off to Miami, and we will talk about this.
Is it possible to see you again this year in Octagon cage?
Všechno je možné, neříkám ne. Game changer taky
Everything is possible.
99%.
Even for the game changer question, I said 99%. So you know.
In fight, Engicek versus Kinsel.
Hele, podle stylu, myslím si, že Kinsel někde jinde.
I think style-wise, Kinsel is on a different level. But we will see how he works it out with the fans. We saw it at the Euros, what the Turkish fans did there, and we will see what that does to Kinsel.
Would you rather fight Engicek or?
Je to jedno. Jak říkám, Ondra mě zavolá, řekne, hele, mám...
I don't care which one of those I'd fight rather. Whoever Ondra tells me to fight, I'll fight. I'm just happy to be here. I'm here, I'm home, whether you like it or not.
Thank you.
Question for Lucy. Lucy, congratulations. Was it one of the hardest fights in your career?
Thank you. Actually not.
For Lucy. No, not
Lucy.
then.
Sorry. I'm gonna help you.
Já česky vlastně mám mluvit.
Oh, I'll be talking in Czech, I guess. It was a hard fight, but the biggest problem was that this was a short notice fight for me, so it was hard on me physically. But I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I came back, so that was good.
Speaks pretty clearly. She wins only by armbar or mostly by armbar. Was it like 2 weeks only preparing for the armbar?
There were about 2 weeks for me to prepare for that. I talked about it with my team. I think she did try to get me like that, but she wasn't really getting a good option to end me with an armbar. Sorry, I could understand, so I had the interpreter interpret it. I'm still processing what just happened, and so I'll start thinking about the next one later.
Děkuju.
Glad I'm alive.
Poslední otázka na Andreje Kalašníka.
Question for Andrej Kalašník.
Těžký test. Koho byste
It was a
příště?
tough test today. Who would you like to fight next?
Miluju tady tyhle otázky.
I love questions like this.
Se chtěl dát trošku dohromady.
I just want to put myself back together.
Trošku mě zaskočil, ještě nemám úplně jméno.
You've kind of caught me off guard. I don't really have a name in mind, but it's time to take on somebody in the top 10. There were 2 losses, Brito and Glisman Stolze. Now, at the Palaiologos, they were both good opponents. They're not ranked well, so I want to move up, and I need that to further my career too. I need somebody in the top 10 or top 5. They're all sharks in there. I thought I would move up to the 84 kg category because making weight is not what it used to be, and there's also sharks in there. But of course, in my current category, that is also full of sharks. I'll just stay in the 77 kilo category for now. Brito has come back. He beat me up previously, so I don't want to go back in the cage with him. Surdu, maybe. He looks like a tough guy.
Asi na čase změnit organizaci, nebo nevím.
I better just move organizations. No, I gotta face this like I'm a real man. Somebody from the top 10 or 5 for sure. I said hi to my mother-in-law today and my mom, but I forgot to mention my wife, of course, who I love very much. She was fighting the hardest fight with our kid who has a tough time going to bed. So hi, wifey. Congrats.
Tak ještě raz, Kamil Šabermak z MMA. Já bych se vrátil ještě k Lucke.
Question for Lucia. That was a great shootout. You both got some bad hits. How are you feeling health-wise? I feel good, but I'm tired.
Dobre, ďakujem.
Thank you. Lausanne. This time it's really for Lausanne Keita. You beat Legersky as the first OKTAGON fighter. Is this just another win, or is this something special to you?
No, it's just another win. To tell you the truth, it's just another win. For me, I don't believe first one to beat somebody in an organization. He lost in KSW, right? So for me, he already lost. He know how losses feel. So for me, it's just another win.
I just want to add that Legersky was injured from the very first round, and he told me right in the octagon that he wants some revanche with Lausanne.
Whenever he wants, it's gonna be the same fight. I injured his legs. I injured the arm. It was me who punched it, right? It will be like Toro again. Easy.
Ronnie hovorí, že od posledného zápasu s tebou sa...
Ronnie is saying that since the last time he faced off with you, he's improved. Do you think he's improved, or do you think you improved more than he did?
I definitely think I improved more than he did. I'm mature now. I've been tough challenge. Bro, he fought midgets, you know? So, for me, I don't see yet something that I can say, whoa, he just bring the fire. Like his fight with... Torres, I was really not impressed, but I respect his skills though, but nah.
Well, it's not my fault that everyone looks like a dwarf against me. Keita looks like a dwarf next to me. You know, everyone's smaller. I can fight whoever I want. I took every fight I got. I'm just very big for this category, and I have smaller dwarf opponents. That's what it is.
Thank you. Next question for Scott Askham. You and Mach have a great finishing history, but Mach surprised you with his wrestling this time. Were you ready, or were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised. The better man won tonight. No questions asked from me. The ways I seen him winning were overhand right or wrestling. He capitalised on that. I wasn't able to stop it, and the better man won his fight fair and square. So, yeah, that's how it was.
A odo mňa ešte posledná na Vlada Lengala.
Last question for Vlada Lengal. Vlado, this was your hometown, your whole family was here. How high are you ranking this win? This was the first time that your younger son was here. What did it mean to you? I'm really glad that I could fight here in Brno with such a great fight card. It was tough coming back after my leg got broken, but I'm glad that I was able to score a win. I had my mom and my aunt here, my whole family, really. My both sons, and I'm really glad about that. Andre, the Brno guys were doing great tonight. Are you going to be pushing for the promoters to get you better fights in Brno? Of course, yeah, we can do it in the old stadium if you'd like. We'll just wash it real good. No, but we'll have a new arena, but I don't think that's gonna be ready for a bit. So you see that Brno really loves MMA. They missed Octagon. When I was walking out, you saw the reaction. I was overhyped in the cage. You saw that. Me and my coach were talking about that. When you're fighting at home, it's either you crap your pants or you're overhyped. Question for the promoters. Andrej Kalashnik mentioned the new arena. We know that you plan ahead. Have you given this any thought? The new arena, bringing it back to Brno? Of course. Yeah, we were already in discussions about it. We've decided that that's going to happen. Brno is our home. So we will keep returning.
Go ahead. So I have a question for the promoters. The Keita Paradiser fight actually looks like a movie. Like, you can't write it better than that. I think, if you ask me, they're both like in the 20 best lightweights of the world. If you look at storytelling, hype, quality of the match, is this the biggest match in Octagon history? Like, if you take everything together?
Definitely one of the biggest, for sure, because it's
definitely the biggest.
Yeah. For Lausanne, it's always or the midget or the biggest. So between these two, it's gonna be the biggest. But for the very first time, will be for Tips for Game Changer winner and also for lightweight bout MMA title. So yeah, crazy one.
I have a question for Ronnie. You were quite emotional yesterday at the weigh-in. What do you think about making championship weight this time? Is it gonna be hard?
Mňa ráno sprevádzali všetky obťaže asi sveta.
I was just having all the side effects in the morning before the weigh-in. I hate saunas, and we were dealing with everything going wrong with the making weight process. We burned the hotel room down, so that was a tough morning for me. And then when I saw that I made weight exactly, it was a happy moment for me. I was really emotional, and it wasn't as hard as I expected to lose the weight. And I mean, throughout the preparation for the fight.
I have a question for Lucini. So you're actually the featherweight champion, but you're in the final of the lightweight tournament. Do you feel like a real lightweight in the cage, or do you feel like the power is not the same as in featherweight?
No, I'm a featherweight, bro. In the cage, I'm max 75, So actually, shame on them. The 75 is beating them all. So yeah, I'm a featherweight. Yeah.
Most of the times you're known for being like a KO machine, always finishing your fights. Today you've shown that you also have some fight IQ. What does this fight say about you, actually?
For me, it's one of my best performances, to tell you the truth, because everybody knows Legensky is a powerhouse, and yeah, he's a powerhouse. So I fought very smart. Yeah, for me, one of my best performances.
Okay, anybody else? If not, then this is it. Thank you very much. It was an unbelievable night. Thank you that you came. Thank you to all the fighters. Congrats, and see you in 3 weeks. Sold out Frankfurt.
Octagon MMA is heading into a new era. A star-studded tournament that will definitely enter the history books. Ekelin, Jungwirth, Kinsel, Koga, Engizek. Be there. Octagon 62, 12th of October in Frankfurt, or live on octagon.tv.